What's more fun than confetti? I'm going to say confetti and resin. That's what we're going to do today. We've got two different projects I've decided to do. We're going to do a clock with the confetti as a backing, and we're going to do this little jar. So first we need to start off, we're going to color our numbers. I figured we needed something bright and colorful, eye-catching when we're going to have that confetti as a background, so I found fluorescent yellow. Alright, we have our fluorescent yellow mixed up. Look at that. That's going to be a beautiful yellow for the letters. So we're going to spray in the letters. That way we don't have to worry about bubbles. I'm just going to drizzle it and try to get it in the letters as best I can. Okay, now then, I'm going to have to clean up the letters a little bit, as much as I can. Some of the letters I made just a little too full. I can't have it overflowing because you'll see that blurry look when the clock is done. Alright, the letters are done up. We have some yellow left. Here's my squares. I'll go ahead and fill them up some more. It's getting closer and closer to that big project that I'll be using these for. We'll let this run for, about an hour. We just need to make it where the letters are going to be nice and at least semi-cured. That way we don't have to worry about when we add our next layer, it starting to float and blend and blur everything. There. Let's get this mixed in. There is a lot of confetti in this cup right now. Spray. Here we go. There. It was a little fuzzy. Actually, it looked like one of my cat's hairs had snuck into here with us. I'm helping to shift it around, make it where there's not clumped up spots. Hopefully it'll help. By moving it around, it'll help let bubbles get released. Make it nice and colorful. A lot of silver in this, isn't there? Sprinkle a little bit on the top. Help get rid of some of those clearer spots. Spray the top of that. And here we go. So what do you think this is going to turn out like? fun or ugh. You know, the kind of look that is really not quite a word for it. It just makes you cringe. Uh-oh. You know what I forgot, right? So we're definitely going to have to poke down into the top to try and get rid of or squeeze. Big bubble down in that ball area of the lid. Slowly release it so it's the resin that comes back in, not air again. And then we can at least make a point of getting the side near the lip. Here we go. Let's pour some more. I keep trying to move where you can see, but I feel like I'm just not quite getting it there. I think I want that gigantic piece of blue over here. Okay, now let us try to get in here and make sure that there's no bubbles sitting in there. It actually looks like it's pretty good. So as long as there's not too much air holding on to the confetti, I think we'll be okay. Now we'll just let it cure. Alright, it's time to see if that Dollar Tree confetti works well in resin or not. Let's see. Let's start off with the B. Just because that was the extra resin that I had left over after I finished the clock and the little jewelry jar, or whatever you want it to be jar. Okay, this is going to give us an idea. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, we can see if we got the bubbles out of the lid. How's that? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. Okay, here we go. Oh, great. We were able to squeeze all of the air that was in this little ball area of the mold out. So that's nice and smooth. I will want to file this or sand it, make it smooth. Because right now it's really bumpy. Some of the little pieces of confetti decided to be poking up. We do have some teeny tiny little bubbles going all around this area, which, like I said, you know, if you remember, I made that comment. It all depended on how much air was still going, bubbles were going to still be holding on to the confetti. So, but the edges are smooth, and that's what's important, because I can just put a thin layer of UV resin right over the top of that. You'll never know. So there, and jar. Okay. This came out better than I thought it would. I was getting worried. Again, sand the bottom of this, but this looks really cute. Now, I am noticing that the resin has become colored. There are micro bubbles all over the surface of this. I'm not happy about that. So even putting the alcohol into the mold didn't fully help. It did help in the top part, and the inside's not bad. But there's one bigger bubble inside. But this came out smooth. But as it came up the side, that's when all the bubbles started showing. So that's not good. This is the main thing though, right here. The clock. That was honestly the whole purpose of me wanting to do this. Let's hope why do I keep calling them letters? Why? Okay, so let's hope all the numbers, oh, yes, the numbers are on. Oh. Doo-doo-doo. Now that's a cute clock. What do you think? The clock came out really, really good. Too fun. I need to make the hole better. It's just thin, a little shallow. There. Okay. I'll want to sand this because, again, see how it's rough from some of the pieces sticking up? I mean, I'm to an extent, I could clip them, I think. At least some of the big ones like this one. Ugh. But if I sand it a little, smooth it, it'll be fine. This has to go on right here. That nut, which helps keep the back from falling off the back. There. Let's try that again. I guess this one might be a little bit too big, huh? A little bit too big. So I'll need to get a smaller one. I can do that. That just gives you an idea. The way it looks. Alright, so in my opinion, the Dollar Tree confetti, and it's not the paper confetti. This is that confetti that like those Mylar balloons and those foil type balloons. It's as if they had a whole bunch of those and they just cut them into little pieces. That's what this material makes me think of. So I think in using it in flatter molds like this, it works great. It can make a really fun project. In something that's thicker, with walls to it, these type of molds, I mean, this one's not bad. It's not as deep though. So I think it came out fine. But the jar, that's where you start having the problems because the mold just becomes so big. There's too much surface for the bubbles to grab a hold of. Also, I notice this was the first thing we did, is still nice and clear, the resin itself. But by the time we were to here with these two molds, because of stirring, I think that some of the colorings that were on the different pieces of foil, some of those leached off into the resin and started tinting the resin. So just something to keep in mind if you want to do this. But for a flat object, I think it comes out really cute. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.